Today we're checking out a killer $100 spinning rod on the market that's a heck of a sleeper at that price point. This is the Tsunami Carbon Shield III. I was extremely pleasantly surprised when our rep came by with these rods a while back. This is not something I was super familiar with. And the more I dug in and what he told me about this rod and the homework I did on this rod, it's an incredible rod for the price point. There's not a lot out there that hits the same components and the same quality that's in this rod. So we're gonna go over the rod itself. We're gonna tell you about the components of it, a little bit of the design, features going on here. We're gonna talk about the models that are offered, so stay tuned. Before we get into any of that, guys, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. So many of you guys that watch are not subscribed, and we would really love for you to subscribe if you like our type of content, so hit that button down below. All right, with that, let's get right into the video. So let's start out with the blank, and there's so many variables that go into this. You'll get people to say, higher modulus stuff is better. You'll get people to say lower modulus stuff is better. Higher modulus stuff, tends to break more and is more fragile, which is true in many cases. Lower modulus stuff is heavier, softer. There's all kinds of stuff to be said out there, but there's so many other factors. A lot of that stuff is true for the blank itself, but you don't fish only a blank. You fish an entire rod. There's a grip, there's a reel seat, there's thread wraps, there's guides, there's all kinds of other things that can, sway some of that information as far as how it translates to a fully built rod. But what you're getting in this blank, you're getting an IM7 blank. You can see that right there. So it's just kind of a good middle of the road, definitely towards the upper end as far as what other brands are doing, but it's a good strength to weight ratio. You're not getting super fragile, but you're getting a very, very lightweight blank. And also being so lightweight and very strong, you're getting incredible sensitivity out of that specific material. And then take a look at these guides here. So these are proprietary Tsunami guide on these rods, but the big thing about these guides is you're getting titanium on these things. It's a titanium frame with zirconia inserts. They're going to be super, super smooth. They're not going to rust or corrode in the saltwater environment. And that's one of the biggest value features of this rod. For $100, show me another rod on the market that's got titanium guides. I'm sure they're out there, but there's not very many rods out there at this $100 price point. That's what we're talking here, $100 that have titanium guides on them. So that is a huge win for this rod. And then wrapped around those guides, you can see just kind of black wraps. You've got a little bit of a blue accent there. You've got some fancy wrap going on there. This thing is just a great looking rod. It does not look cheap. It looks very high end. You've got some metal flake there behind where the graphics are on the rod. You got a little more of that accent wrapping there, Tsunami logo. Moving down to the grip itself, it's a nice high quality cork. This is another thing that hit out of the park. The cork itself feels much higher quality than should be on a $99 rod. The reel seat itself, you've got carbon fiber in there. This is another way to help the sensitivity there. Carbon fiber is making full contact with the reel seat that your hand is wrapped around. So it's transferring all that sensitivity, all the vibration that you're getting, on your lure, through your line, through the rod, into your hand. So you're gonna feel everything that's going on with your bait. That reel seat's got some anodized aluminum on it as well. Single up locking, very standard from that standpoint, but that carbon fiber in there looks great and is very functional as well. And then on the heavy and extra heavy models, you've got an extra aluminum ring on there just to make sure that under heavy loads, under heavy scenarios, that reel is not going to go anywhere and that reel seat's not going to back off on you. Then moving even farther down, you've just got a cool taper to the butt section there with a nice little carbon fiber accent ring. But yeah, everything screams high end about this rod except for the price. The full lineup here, you've got 7 models. This happens to be the 7-foot medium heavy model, but it comes in 7-foot light all the way up to 7'10" extra heavy. So all of your inshore stuff, your lighter redfish and trout stuff is covered. If you throw real small baits for trout or for those wintertime redfish, they've got that, 7-foot medium light is your rod for that. Then if you go all the way up to tarpon fishing, right? You're fishing off the beach, you're throwing live baits, you're throwing artificials for 150+ pound fish. And they really cover everything inshore that you need with those 7 models. As far as action and feel goes, this feels very similar to something like the bull-based sniper series, whether that be the sniper or stealth sniper. But I just had a 7-foot, 8 to 17 pound, which is their medium heavy. I had that in my hand, and it feels very similar to this rod. However, this rod is definitely a little stiffer in this upper midsection area. It's just a hair faster of a blank, but that's just a quick insight on kind of how it feels and what the action feels like. So if you're in the market for a new $100 spinning rod, you should really check out this Carbon Shield III as you're in your shopping process looking around. And this brand really threw me off, to be totally honest. I mean, for a long time, they've been a cheap Walmart brand in my mind, and maybe they were back in the day. Maybe that was the truth, but some of the stuff they're coming out with recently is not that quality anymore. The quality is absolutely through the roof for the price. The value you're getting in a lot of their stuff is awesome. The Saltex and the Saltex 2, absolutely phenomenal reels, and they've really come a long way. So if they're still that brand in your mind, I highly recommend checking out some of their newer stuff like this, even the Saltex reels, like I was saying, and their other products. I mean, they've really come a long way quality-wise. It's really stuff that you should be checking out. Guys, let us know what you think. Do you have one of these? What do you think of it? We want to hear from you down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.